Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I am Pratiksha Agarwal and this is part 2 of the series in which I will teach you how to solve puzzles in the easiest way possible. So stay till the end of the video, and if you are new to my channel, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Now without wasting the time, let's quickly start the video. So this is the reference question, students. Let's see how to solve it. There are 8 people A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and H who stay on 5 floors numbered 1 to 5 of a building. There are 2 flats on each of the 5 floors, out of which 2 flats are vacant. The flats are numbered 1 and 2 on each of the floors and are left to right on the floor respectively. So, students, the arrangement will be somewhat like this. You can see that there are 5 floors and each floor is having 2 flats. Okay. Flat number 1 is on the left side and flat number 2 is on the right side. So in total there are 10 flats, and out of 10 flats 2 flats are vacant, or you can say empty. Okay? So in puzzle, students, as I've told you that we have to consider at least two cases. So let me draw the second case. Now let's see what is given next. H lives on flat number 1 of floor number 1. So this is floor number 1, and flat number 1 of floor number 1 means this flat. So H will be living here both in case number 1 and case number 2. So let's place H. So here H is here in case number 1, and same is the case in case number 2. Now next it is given there is one floor between floors of H and C. So when the question says there is one floor, means we have to consider the entire floor. Okay, so in this case we will consider the entire second floor. So C will be placed here at floor number 3, either in flat number 1 or in flat number 2. Okay, so in case number 1, let's suppose C is placed in flat number 1 of floor number 3, and in case number 2, let's suppose C is placed at in flat number 2 of floor number 3. Let's see what is given next. C lives above H. In both the cases, C is living above H. B lives on floor which is immediately above C's. So immediately above C's floor is the fourth floor. So B is living on fourth floor, either in flat number 1 or in flat number 2. So let's suppose in case number 1, B is living in flat number 2 of floor number 4. Okay. And in second case, let's suppose B is living in flat number 1 of floor number 4. So here we are considering possibilities, right? E lives immediately above G. Now we don't know about more about E and G, so I'm going to highlight this line for you, student, so that we can come here later. A and E share same floor. So I'm going to highlight this also, because these two lines are to be considered, are to be solved at the same stage, or you can say that they are to be solved um, simultaneously. So in case number 1, let's suppose G is placed here in flat number 2 of floor number 1. Then above G, E is living, means E will be living here in flat number 2 of floor number 2. Okay. Now next it is given that A and E share same floor, means A will be living here in flat number 1 of floor number 2 in case number 1. Now in case number 2, let's suppose G is placed here in flat number 2 of floor number 4. Then above G in flat number 2 of floor number 5, E will be placed here. Okay. Now A and E share the same floor. So A will be placed here in flat number 1 of floor number 5. Okay. In the second case. Now next it is given here that D lives on one of the flats. There are two floors between A and D and they live in same flat number. So there are two floors between A and D and the flat number of A and D is same. So first one floor and two floor. Matlab first floor, second floor. So D will be placed here at floor number 5. Now since the flat number of A and D is same, so D will be placed in flat number 1 of floor number 5 in case number 1. So let's place D. Now in case number 2, D will be placed in at floor number 2, because there are two floors na, between A and D. So D will be placed in floor number 2, and since A and D are having same flat number, so D will be placed in flat number 1 of floor number 2 in second case. Okay. Now next it is given D lives on one of the flats which is immediately above an empty flat. So in case number 1, as you can see students, that flat number 1 of floor number 4 is vacant. So we can consider that this is an empty flat. Okay. And according to the question, it is given that D is living just above the empty flat. In case number 2, as you can see students, that below D, or the flat which is below D, H has occupied that position, which means the second case is wrong according to the question. Okay. Now next it is given 2 of A, B and F share same flat number. Means there are 3 persons A, B and F, and out of these 3 people, 2 people will have the same flat number. I hope this line is clear to everyone. Now students, see in case number 1 that there are 2 flats, out of which one flat will be the empty flat and the second flat will be occupied by person F, because only that person is left to be placed, and no more clue is given about which flat is empty and which flat is occupied by F. So we will consider the possibility that either flat number 2 of floor number 5, that either this flat is empty or F has occupied this flat, and the same condition will be in flat number 2 of floor number 3. When such type of condition is given, then we have to consider the possibility students, because we don't know and no clue is given that which flat is empty and which is occupied by F. So our case number 1 is the required answer, or you can say the solved puzzle. So let's move on to the question students. So this is the first question. Who lives on flat number 2 of floor number 4? So this is floor number 4. Flat number 2 is this, and B has occupied that flat, or B is residing in that flat. So the answer should be option number C. Let's check the answer. See, we got the correct answer. Now let's move on to the next question. H shares floor with which of the following? So you can say that H is sharing floor with G. So option number E should be the correct answer. Let's check the answer first. See, we got the correct answer. Now let's move on to the next question. Next it is given, if flat number 2 of floor number 3 is empty, then who shares same floor with F? Flat number 2 of floor number 3. So this is floor number 3 and this is flat number 2. So in the question it is saying that flat number 2 of floor number 3 is empty, means this is the empty flat. F is not residing here. So F will be residing in flat number 2 of floor number 5. Okay. In the question itself, it is given that this flat is empty flat, which means flat number 2 of floor number 5 will be occupied by F. Now it is asked that then who shares same floor with F? See, now F is here in flat number 2 of floor number 5, and on the same floor D is also residing. So F is sharing the same floor with D. So the answer should be option number A. Let's check the answer. See, we got the correct answer again. Students, I hope you are able to understand this question. Still, if you have any doubt, please comment me. I'll try to solve it. So, that's all for today. I hope you like this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Your queries are welcome in the comment section. Bye bye. Thank you.